stop? Cause I don't really know what this mean, but 9 times out of 10 I know that lately the people been trying to take my good brother Sheff off the scene. Now for those of you that don't know what's going on, my man Sheff was sentenced to 5 years.
Did Sheff G take a plea too soon? Yes. Did he take a plea too soon? We gonna get right into it because we got a lot to talk about revolving this topic. Salute. Word, it's your boy Kha.Reality. I'm back with another one, and another one. Repping that 050 the movement that keeps moving. Y'all know what's going on. We gonna get straight into the content. Y'all see the title, y'all see the preview. Look, Michael Williams, aka Sheff G. Everybody know what happened with the scenario. You know, he was locked up, he was charged and rearrested. Bought in the 77th precinct. You know, big gang indictment takedown involving the 8 Trays, him and his good buddy Tegan Chambers, a.k.a. Sleepy Hollow. Yes, they both was taken down, and you know we see this coming. We seen like a lot of drill rappers, you know, just like, you know, go to jail, come out. We just seen the thing with 5 Foreign, like being arrested, and you know he was sitting up in Bergen County for a minute, and then now he's released. But now, you know, the thing that happened with Sheff G, shout out to Gods of the City, shout out to Ray, shout out to, you know, everywhere we get this content from on Instagram. Brooklyn rapper Sheff G has to do 5 years in jail despite new evidence acknowledged by the judge. Yes, shout out to NY Drill Official, new evidence by the judge. In addition, one of the 2 attempted counts on a motion to dismiss was still pending, and I was considering. The attorneys made the argument made by attorneys that was still pending. Yes, so at the end of the day, you know, the judge was reconsidering, you know, probably wasn't even going to send him to jail. So, you know, Lisa Evers, you know, she gave him a chance. Lisa Evers had him up there, and he was talking his mess. People, they sounding off about it.
Terminal 5 in Manhattan was packed for the last show of Sheff G and Sleepy Hollow's highly successful 18-city tour. The 2 artists have racked up platinum and gold certified hits in the months that they've both been out of jail. They formed their own record label and forged a deal with a major company. The hardcore drill music that was closely tied to the streets is still there, but there's now more variety, like sexy drill and melodic drill, and that means a bigger fan base.
I can remember, y'all know Lisa Evers, she was there for the gang takedown. She had all inside access, and then now, you know, she's basically talking about the positive. So we always talk about the negatives. We got to talk about the positive. He was doing a lot of community work. You know, he endorsed Trump, and a lot of people were saying stuff like, oh, why Trump can't pardon him? Well, Trump can't pardon him because pardons for the president is only due to federal crimes. Yes, so if the feds would have had him, he would have been good. But I'm gonna let y'all listen a little bit to what's going on.
We doing the after show. Every time after the show, we be doing the meet and greets, so we get to like really talk to the fans and like, you know, see what songs they like.
Has there been any violence or any incidents, fights or shootings or anything at any of your?
Not at all, Lisa. You know, it's crazy. This is my second tour since I've been home. You know, and then this one I actually got to do with Sleepy. So you know, it was way more bigger, way more better. You know what I'm saying?
But now tour time is over and doing time is about to begin. This is video of Michael Sheff G. Williams in May 2023 after he'd been booked as one of 32 alleged members of the 8 Tray Crips and 9 Ways gang named in a 140-count murder conspiracy case. It also named Tegan Sleepy Hollow Chambers. The gang was allegedly responsible for a dozen shootings with 13 victims, including 1 death. Investigators claim Sheff was the mastermind of violence against rivals. I had an exclusive look inside the 4-year investigation and takedown that involved 22 teams from the NYPD Gun Violence Suppression Division and warrant squads. Investigators told me Sheff was not a trigger puller, but claimed he was the mastermind, organizing and orchestrating violence against rivals called ops, like Folk Nation Gangster Disciples and ICG Babies.
If Sheff said something, it happened. A simple text. We got to get a big one. That simple text created a war.
In April of 2024, Sheff made a $1.5 million cash bail and was released temporarily. Then in March 2025, Brooklyn DA Eric Gonzalez announced Michael Sheff G. Williams pleaded guilty to multiple top counts of second-degree attempted murder and second-degree and fourth-degree conspiracy. The DA had asked for 20 years, but Brooklyn Supreme Court Justice Danny Chun gave Williams 5 years behind bars plus 5 years post-release supervision, explaining, quote, I take into account consideration that you are not alleged with shooting anybody, not alleged to actually being the person who shot at or did commit the shooting, and that is very important in my opinion, end quote. Sheff says he's...
Yeah, so when you look at this scenario, right, if he can come to court, right, and he can say, hey, look, I was coerced into doing this. My lawyers told me to do this. Oh, I'm not guilty. Judge, you can see I don't want to really plead guilty. Bobby tried to withdraw his plea. After he took the plea, you know, the thing with Rowdy and all that, Bobby tried to withdraw his plea. You know what I mean? He tried to withdraw his plea, but they didn't let him, and ultimately he was convicted and doing things. Like I said, Sheff did a lot of work, man. He did, you know, he spoke at the United Nations. He did mad stuff, you know. So if he could do that, that's his only way. That's his only way he could duck this. People don't really be knowing the law and stuff, but if he say that he was coerced or that he was something like that, like, he can be good. I'm telling you, he can be good, and he can probably dodge this because the judge is on the side. It seems like the judge is a Trump supporter. Yes, it seems like the judge is a Trump supporter. So we're going to see how this take. We're going to see how far this take, you know. And, you know, just news for the unemployed, news for the employed. I mean, I want to be saying, but, you know, we got to keep y'all informed. We don't make the news. We just break the news. Like I said, man, a lot of people had stuff to say about it. People were saying, Sheff said growth and development. He's trolling. Growth and development don't just, you know, I understand people say the GD thing, but that's like a street thing too as well. Like, you know, growth and development. And it seemed like he's a little genuine when it comes to it. Like, you know, these dudes might be street and all that, but, you know, this dude don't want to leave his family. He got a good girl. You know what I mean? You see his girl with him and all that. Like, so we don't know what's going on with Sleepy. We don't know if he can, you know, maybe duck and dodge. How would it look for him? But we want y'all to put in the comment section. Like I said, shout out to everybody who was following his content, guys in the city, NY Drell, everybody that was doing the content on it. But yeah, we just wanted to inform y'all, let y'all know it is a way Sheff could get out of this, like Ray was saying. So put it in the comment section.
Stop. Cause I don't really know what this mean, but 9 times out of 10 I know that lately the people been trying to take my good brother Sheff off the scene. Now, for those of you that don't know what's going on, my man Sheff was sentenced to 5 years. He's supposed to be
The page Kha.realityTV, AHA.
Yeah, that's the one. That page is a movie. This nigga is covering all New York street activity, and it is a movie.
Listen, man, big shout out, man, to Kha.realityTV, man.
Hey, Kha.reality. If you know him, you know he was really was on that.